Here we are back, the Battle of Tewkesbury, and the Lancastrians have just lost because they've reached 20 flight points, which is their flight level. The Yorkists have 2 flight points. They have no retired units anymore. They had 1 elimination. The Lancastrians had too many eliminations to count. As you can see, it's kind of very disjointed at this stage. Somerset's troops have basically split. These longbow units were in command and moved up to intercept this dismounted men-at-arms unit. They were quite successful in actually disordering it, so it's now been reordered. Here the Duke of Gloucester's troops have managed to break through and even go into Wenlock's area. So Wenlock is only at this stage 1 DM, and he would, if he were to activate, then one of his guys could come out of retirement. But I've decided at some point to actually all of these people have come out of retirement, so it means that even with that, the flight level is too high for them to make any headway here, especially when you look at the actual amount of troops available to them. So they just ran for the hills again. Having said this, the artillery this time round was actually quite successful in rolling a 9 here, which was modified to a 7, which took out a disorder. It eliminated one of the disordered longbow units here, which basically was the last nail in the coffin. Yeah, it was a very interesting game again. I like this system. I just think that in comparison to Infidel, what I lack is the dynamics, because obviously in Infidel a lot of stuff happens with horses. You have charging, which you don't have here. You do have charging in the game, but I haven't played any of the horse battles. But in Infidel, seeing as you have huge amounts of forces, this idea of moving on and then eliminating a defender and continuing attack actually makes the difference. Whereas here, where you have only 2 lines of units on each side and then they will start splitting, you never ever get to actually continue your attack simply because there is nobody behind the unit you've just eliminated. And I think I've only gotten 3 continued attacks this time round. We didn't use any of these. Maybe I should have used Into the Breach at some point. I completely forgot about this. I don't know what I think of these seizure counters. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just you know, you forget about them. It's a hex and counter game. It's not a card-driven game. I don't know why they introduced this mechanic. Maybe they tried to be, I don't know, card-driven at some point. I have no idea. I don't see the value in it at all. Maybe it's if you play against someone, against an opponent. But yeah, I don't know why they introduced it. They don't have it in Infidel, and Infidel works really well. Okay, so that's me with the Battle of Tewkesbury, Gloucestershire, England, 4th of May, 1471. So, yeah, 444 years ago, almost to the month. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. Final words about the game system. It is very easy to learn. Only very few rules to remember. So if you want to do hex and counter games, and if this is an area you could get behind, get this game. Will it hit my table again? I don't know. It's a good game, but it didn't really grip me as much as Infidel did. So yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.